You know, getting this cyber dog Rex here with his amazing eyes and realism has made me think, like, normal dogs, they're pretty boring. Like, I'm glad I got a cyber one here. But like, how could we upgrade our human companions? I mean, we got Veronica, she's great, she punches things. We got Boone, he shoots things. And got that Cass girl, that crazy Cass girl. I mean, she just shoots things too. What kind of enhancements can we make for our humans? Maybe we can get a super mutant companion. Yep, that's settled.
What's up?
Veronica, it's time for us to part ways.
Why does everyone always say that?
Oh, it's okay. Just go hang out with Boone and Cass at the Lucky 38.
Nice. Can I order room service?
Absolutely not. Let's head to Jacobstown and see if we can convince one of the local mutie population if they want to join us. Hey Marcus, what's up? I'm gonna skip you. You seem like you definitely have a job you enjoy doing here. Maybe Dr. Henry knows where I can get a companion. Yes, hello and welcome back to another episode of the Shaman's Horde. Today we are going after Lily Bowen as a companion. And in order to do that, we need to initiate a quest here with Dr. Henry.
Again, you interrupt me. Why?
Well, I just want to know what you're working on.
The Nightkin have varying degrees of mental instability due to their addiction to stealth boy use. I've been trying to come up with a cure. I'm currently investigating the local Night Stalker population, since they seem to have developed a natural stealth field. I've also gotten my hands on a working Stealth Boy Mark II prototype, but that experiment is riskier. I'd rather not pursue that research just yet.
Well, I'd like to help. What do you need me to do?
I'm not convinced that the Night Stalker mutation is a natural one, and I need someone to investigate their lair for proof. Some of the Super Mutants have looked around as well, but they've come back empty-handed. Perhaps a pair of fresh eyes will have better luck. Lily might be interested in coming with you. She's lost a few of her bighorners to Night Stalker attacks, and would enjoy a little revenge.
Alrighty, so let's go get Lily. That's right, all you have to do in order to recruit Lily is go and initiate the quest, Guess Who I Saw Today. And then from that point on, you can talk to her and recruit her.
Jimmy! Little Jimmy! My, how you're grown up! So good of you to come visit your grandma.
Who's Jimmy?
Oh, Jimmy, don't you go being silly now. Come over here and give your grandma some sugar.
I think you have me confused with someone else, ma'am.
Oh, of course I have, dearie. How silly of me. I didn't take my medicine yet today. How can I help you?
Well, I'm looking into the Night Stalker mutation. Do you want to come along with me?
Ooh, those Night Stalkers, always killing my bighorners. It'll be nice to give them a piece of my mind.
Alright, and with that, she joins you and gives you the Stealth Girl perk. Stealth Girl, when she is a companion, the duration of Stealth Boys is increased by 200%, and all sneak attack critical hits do an additional 10% damage. So if you're a sneaky little boy or girl, she is a very useful companion to have. On the other hand, if she is ever below half of her total HP, she will suffer a psychotic break, which means she will stay in aggressive mode and go after any enemies, and she runs very fast, as you will see here in a second. And you will be unable to give her commands. Now you can fix this by doing her companion quest, but before we do that, we're gonna finish up Guess Who I Saw Today, because this too affects her story. So let's go check out this Night Stalker cave. It's gonna be up the mountain over this way. A little bit of a walk, but we'll make it. It's easiest to get there if you exit the main gate here and follow the path to the left. You can see there she's kind of glitching on the rocks, but she runs up very fast. Alright, and this is the cave up here, Charleston Cave. You get a little overlook of the entire town there. We can check it on our map. And the objective here within this cave is to go through it, taking out all the Night Stalkers and finding a chewed up stealth boy for Dr. Henry's experiments. Now be warned, these Night Stalkers are a little special compared to other ones. Because they've been chewing on this stealth boy, they are going to be invisible. But shouldn't be a problem for us. Let's get to it. Once you make it down to the bottom of the cave, you can see one of Lily's dead bighorners here, but you're going to want to walk up to this dead Nightkin right here in the center and take the chewed stealth boy.
That was a bad one, wasn't it, Leo?
And I want to take this time to talk to Lily and get to know her a little bit.
Naughty children run from their punishment, but we'll find Betty. Won't we, Leo?
So, what happened in that fight back there? This is a topic only available after she has suffered a psychotic break.
Oh, Pumpkin. Grandma's sorry about that. Sometimes she gets mad and listens to Leo when she really shouldn't. The medicine is supposed to help with that, but sometimes Grandma doesn't take it.
Why don't you take your medicine?
Sometimes it makes Grandma forget things she doesn't want to forget, Pumpkin.
Okay, well, what do you do in Jacobstown?
I watch over the bighorners. They're sweet, gentle creatures, but sometimes they get ornery, just like my grandkids.
Okay, I have some other questions.
Such a curious little munchkin, aren't you? What do you want to know?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, someone wants to hear Grandma's stories. What would you like to hear, Pumpkin?
Where did he come from?
I grew up in Vault 17. I never even saw the sun until I was 75 years old. That was when Super Mutants raided the vault and carried a lot of us off. Yes, Leo, I'm getting to that part. They made me one of them, and they put me to work in an army that was going to conquer California.
You were a soldier.
A spy, sometimes an assassin. I killed a lot of folks for the Master. Yes, Leo, you helped too.
Who was the Master?
Oh, he was a nasty man, dearie. You don't want to know about him. He was the one who made that Super Mutant army I told you about.
Well, I'd like to know something else.
Oh, someone wants to hear Grandma's stories. What would you like to hear, Pumpkin?
Who is Leo?
Leo is a very bad man, Pumpkin. Yes, you are, Leo. Don't try to deny it. He tells me to do things. Terrible things. And sometimes the medicine isn't enough to keep him quiet.
But there's no one there.
Well, of course there is, dearie. How else could I hear him tell me who to chop?
Okay, then. Where'd you get that sword?
This old thing? Oh, I scavenged it off a wreck in Klamath. Leo showed me how to make it all ready for chopping. Didn't you, Leo?
Never mind then.
What do you need, sugar?
Alright.
Talk to you soon, dear.
So Lily is an interesting companion in that she is a big reference to the previous games of the series. When she talks about the Master and the Super Mutant Army, she is directly referencing the entire plot of the first Fallout game, in which the Master was the main antagonist. When she references her sword and a wreck in Klamath, that is actually a town that you can go to in Fallout 2, and you can see the exact same wreck that she is talking about. So she's interesting in that she actually follows the canon of the series and has a bunch of callbacks. Now, I just gotta remember where I came from. I believe it was right through here. Cool. So now that we got the chewed stealth boy, we're gonna fast travel back to Jacobstown and go talk to Dr. Henry. Give this to him. Oh, Dr. Henry.
Is there something else I can do for you?
I found a chewed up stealth boy in the Night Stalker lair.
There's still power, but the casing is cracked. I'm astonished that exposure to the stealth radiation could induce mutations so rapidly. More importantly, this explains why my research into this group of Night Stalkers hasn't come up with a cure for the Nightkin. There's only one avenue left for me. I need to run the Mark II test on Lily. It's the only way.
Why Lily and not some other Nightkin?
Lily is eccentric, certainly, but I've never felt she was dangerous. More importantly, she asked if she could help me in some way. I've told her about the risks, and she still insists on helping me.
What are the risks?
Possibly immediate and permanent mental damage. There's a reason the Stealth Boy Mark IIs never got beyond the prototype stage. Lily already has a pre-existing condition, and the experiment will likely make things worse for her.
Well, I guess I'll talk to Lily then.
I'll be waiting.
Alright, so let's go talk to Lily about this experiment, see how she feels.
My, but that Lucky 38 is a large building. And so fancy.
Did you still want to help Dr. Henry run his experiment?
Of course, dearie. I know it's dangerous, but it'll all turn out for the best. You'll see. I'll go to him now. It would be rude to keep him waiting.
And with that, she temporarily leaves you as a companion to go do the experiment. So let's tell Dr. Henry she's ready.
The equipment is hooked up and ready. We can start the test as soon as you give me the go-ahead.
Go ahead and start the tests.
Very well. Please stand back. I don't want any erroneous readings. You're welcome to stay and observe if you want, though.
Hey.
All right, power on the stealth boy, Lily.
Turning it on. Feels strange. Strange but good.
Interesting. Try thinking aggressive thoughts now. Think about smashing a rad scorpion.
Lily smash! Yeah!
How are those readings looking, Calamity?
Stealth field is unstable and scrambling things. The reading says gamma wave activity is 0. But that can't possibly be right. Gamma wave activity is 0. That can't be right. Must be a result of the interference.
All right, we're done here. Go ahead and power the stealth boy down, Lily.
Oh, I liked having it on.
I'll get back to you on that in a moment, once I've analyzed the results. Uh-oh.
Well, well, congratulations on getting the Mark II prototype functional, Doctor. Now, just hand it over, and we'll be on our way.
And with that experiment over with, it seems the leader of the Nightkin in town wants all the data in the new stealth boys.
Keen has never liked me. If anyone can talk him into backing down, it'll have to be you.
And it's up to us to talk him down.
My request is perfectly reasonable. Give us the stealth boy specs, and there will be no need for us to splatter the room with your insides.
Well, what you do in the wasteland affects all the mutants here, but you didn't think about that, did you?
No, I didn't. Not until now, anyway. Very well, human. You've made your point, and I withdraw my request. Someone's watching me. I can feel it.
And it's as easy as that. If you have 80 speech, you can convince him to back down and stay in Jacobstown. Your only alternative is to either kill him Or he just leaves, which ruins the whole experiment because then the Nightkin aren't around and they're the whole ones that are trying to be cured.
Nice work with the Nightkin. I've never seen anyone able to talk their kind out of anything once they had their mind set to it. I got a lot of useful data from the experiment, and am a lot closer to a cure than before. It's occurred to me that this brief test might not yield a cure anytime soon. However, if Lily were to continue to wear the prototype...
Well, the risk to Lily is too great. Why don't you use neuropeptide stimulators on a Night Stalker brain? Results should be similar to a live brain.
That's brilliant. Simple yet elegant. I can't believe I didn't think of that.
And with that, that completes the quest. Guess who I saw today? Now the ending of this doesn't really affect Lily at all. This quest has no effect on Lily's ending, but it does affect the ending of Jacobstown. And, of course, it has a lot to do with her. So that's why I wanted to do it. But now...
I don't want anything to do with you.
He's still an asshole. Now, we can go and recruit her again and get started on her companion quest.
Leo thinks there will be lots more chopping to do now that Caesar is dead. I do hope you'll be careful, Pumpkin.
I think we should travel together.
That'd be lovely, dearie.
And with that, she rejoins us and gives us the Stealth Girl perk once again. Now, her companion quest isn't actually a real quest in the game. It is an unmarked quest that only pops up after you've met 4 prerequisites. 1, we have to have talked to her about Leo and replied about it. We've done that already. 2, we've had to have witnessed her suffer a psychotic break, which we have done. That's why we got the other dialogue for it. 3, we have to witness her taking her medicine, which I don't think we've done before, but after that we got to talk to her about it. And then finally, we have to sleep, wait, or fast travel. So I'm just going to double check here, see if she has a dialogue option about her medicine.
Leo's getting more and more agitated, sweetie. I think he can smell the fight coming.
And it looks like we do not have the option. So I believe the best way to actually get her to take her medicine is to have her do a lot of combat, maybe fall under half HP, hit those psychotic breaks, and maybe even fall unconscious. So I'm going to fast travel to one of the best spots I know to do that. Let's head on over to Quarry Junction.
There's my alarm. Time to take my pills. Hello again, dear. Oh!
What kind of medicine are you taking there, Lily?
Dr. Henry calls them antipsychotics. I don't know what they're supposed to do. They just make my memory fuzzy. What do you need?
And with that, we finally get the final trigger for companion quest. Now we just gotta wait. I believe an hour will do.
Grandma's here! Grandma's here!
Oh my goodness, look at these little angels. Becky, that dress looks so lovely. And Jimmy, oh my word, how you've grown.
I'm 4 whole feet, Grandma. Did you bring us presents, Grandma?
Well now, I don't know. Have you been good to your mommy and daddy?
Yes.
Well then, let Grandma see what you've got.
Hello again.
What was that recording you were listening to?
Oh, that old thing. That's just a holotape from the last time I visited my grandkids. Such sweet little children, you know, little angels. Sometimes it's hard to remember them. So I take that old tape out from time to time and listen.
Why is it hard to remember them?
It's my medicine, dearie. It keeps me calm, but it makes my memory go all fuzzy. That's why I only take my dosage every other time. That way, at least I remember their faces.
Lily, I'd like to talk to you about your medication.
Oh, don't you worry your silly little head about that, Pumpkin. Grandma knows what she's doing.
And with this, you get a choice with her. You can tell her to continue taking her meds every other time, basically a half dosage. That way she remembers her family and she's still taking it. You can tell her to just take her medicine every time, which will make her completely forget about her family. Or you can just tell her to stop taking the medicine altogether, which will not help with her mental issues. Now, there are some pluses and minuses to each of these. I think the best option here, just continue doing it every other time. It's worth the risk to remember your family.
That's sweet of you, dearie. I'll try to be better about controlling myself if I see you try to sneak away.
That's good, Lily. Do that.
All right, Pumpkin.
And there we go. Lily will continue to take her medicine half as often as she is supposed to. She will still suffer psychotic breaks if her health reaches 1/4. She will break off combat if you begin sneaking. It's too dangerous for you to miss doses. From now on, I want you to take your medicine every time.
Are you sure, dearie? Taking my medicine all the time makes me feel woozy, but it does make it easier for me to ignore Leo.
I'm sure. I'd rather you didn't have any psychotic breaks, even if it means you aren't as strong.
Well, all right then, dearie. I suppose I'll have my holotapes to remind me of Becky and Jimmy.
And there we go. If she takes her medicine full time, she will no longer suffer psychotic breaks, but her combat effectiveness will be reduced. Her melee weapon skill in particular lowers to 60. That medicine isn't doing you any good. I want you to stop taking it altogether.
Oh my stars. Are you sure? If I don't take any medicine at all, Leo gets especially cranky. I can't stop him when he's like that.
I'll risk you having more psychotic breaks if it means you're more dangerous in combat.
All right, dear, if you're really sure.
And with that, she no longer takes her medicine at all. She will suffer psychotic breaks if her mental health reaches 1/2. But her combat abilities are significantly improved. Her melee weapon skill gets raised to 100. And that's just about all you can do with Lily here. She is a lovely callback to the first 2 games with all her references. Her sword on the back from one of the crashed vertebrates you find in the game, and her being from the Master's army.
Don't worry about me, dearie. Your grandma knows how to stay quiet.
I just feel like she isn't as important as the others because she doesn't get a real companion quest, and as you can tell, it is very hard to actually trigger her little unmarked companion quest here. It took me quite a bit of running around just to get her to take her medicine. Now let's see how her ending is.
Thanks to the courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused. Eventually, she parted ways with the courier and traveled west, seeking the remnants of her past.